Another video for you with some news stories from Ethiopia and Eritrea. First news story is from Eritrea. Eritrea today inaugurated a polymetallic mine which will produce gold, silver, zinc and copper. It's a joint venture of a Chinese and an Eritrean company. The mining studies started several years ago. Now officially today the mine has been inaugurated. What is the value of the deposits which will be extracted, metal deposits in coming years? Second news story is from Tigray. Tigray government officials have responded to allegations that either hospital is without power, without fuel, and Tigray government officials' houses are well lit. A Tigray government official spoke about that a few hours ago. Third news story is about Jawar viewers. An Oromo activist, a nationalist, has leveled some serious allegations against Jawar Mohammed. What is this activist saying? He is very critical of human PM Abiy as well. And lastly, Tigray government today released a statement which is in response to an article written by the New Humanitarian, which is a news source. And the statement issued by Tigray government mentions Western Tigray as well. Firstly, viewers, Eritrea, another good news for Eritrea that today a Chinese and Eritrean companies inaugurated a polymetallic mine which has deposits of gold, silver, zinc and copper. The Asmara project is the name of this metal extraction project in Eritrea. It is joint venture of two companies, in Namco of Eritrea with 40% shares and SRBM of China with 60% shares. You can see some pictures. Chinese ambassador to Eritrea officially inaugurated this mine today in Eritrea. Sai Gi is the name of Chinese ambassador to Eritrea. Now, this mining project, its feasibility study started in 2014. Metal deposits are in 4 places: Amba, Derho, Edi Nifas, Gopo and Dibarwa. And in coming weeks, copper extraction will start at the Barwa site. Copper will be extracted and then shipped to Massawa, then to China, where it will be further processed. Now, what is the value of these metals found? And what is the amount of the metals found? This project will produce 29,000 tons of copper annually for 8 years, 83,000 tons of zinc annually for 8 years, 1 million ounce of silver annually for 8 years and 42,000 ounces of gold annually for 8 years. The total value of these metals would be around 5 to 600 million US dollars. Good news for the people of Eritrea that this mine has started production, as it has been inaugurated today by Chinese ambassador to Eritrea. Second news story is from Tigray. Yesterday we reported that according to an activist, a pro-Tigray activist, Tigray's largest hospital, either Rafal in Mekelle, had stopped providing services because there was no fuel available for generators, and that activist claimed that Tigray officials' houses were being provided with fuel. But today, Tigray government official Professor Kindea spoke. He firstly denied, he said that no fuel was being provided to any residents. Secondly, he says that either Rafal and other hospitals, they are facing several problems. Fuel shortage is one problem. Medicine shortage is another. Thirdly, there is no budget, no transport. So hospitals are facing different types of problems, and still fuel is not being allowed to enter Tigray. It is being said that 25,000 metric tons of food aid is lying in Mekelle. The food is due to be sent to other towns, but no fuel is available for the transportation of this 25,000 metric ton of food aid lying in Mekelle. So fuel shortage is a serious problem. Ethiopian government is definitely restricting fuel supplies to Tigray. Ethiopian government says these fuel supplies could be used by Tigray forces for mobilization to start a new military offensive. But aid agencies should be allowed to have fuel for their operations in Tigray. A few days ago, we shared a video with you from Shiraro, where animal carts were being used for transportation of food aid. You cannot transport food aid from Mekelle to Shiraro by animal carts. You need fuel for vehicles. So I think the government will have to change its strategy. Otherwise, there is no point in sending aid to Tigray if there is no fuel in Tigray for distribution of this aid. Third news story is about Jawar, Oromo politician, Oromo Federalist Congress vice chairman. Since the start of his visit of Europe, we are seeing criticism against Jawar. Some activists, Oromo activists, are speaking against him, accusing him of being in alliance with PM Abiy. Itana Habte is a professor, I think he is in the UK, an Oromo nationalist, very critical of Ethiopian PM Abiy. And these days he is after Jawar Mohammed. He has leveled some serious allegations against Jawar. He says Jawar has held some meetings with Ethiopian PM Abiy. Jawar is running some businesses as well, and he says he's running 23 businesses, and PM Abiy's government is protecting Jawar's businesses. Jawar is not sincere with Oromo nationalism. Rather, he has struck an underhand deal with Ethiopian PM Abiy. So, criticism of Jawar is increasing. Yesterday, on Monday, when Jawar was in the Netherlands, people criticized him to his face. They said, Jawar, pack up, take your laptop and go to USA. This empire will only fall by gun. People openly said during talk with him that they supported armed resistance, and OFC should also support armed resistance. Jawar was not offended. He just shared his own opinion about how to bring peace in Oromia, in Ethiopia. Overall, very healthy discussions that everyone is allowed to speak freely. Diaspora community is grilling Jawar with very tough questions and he's trying to respond. But campaign against him is also intensifying with participation of some activists like Professor Itana Habte, activists like Sigaye Ararsa and others. Will this Jawar diaspora trip of Europe unite Oromos? Will it lead to increase in Jawar's popularity? Or will it lead to more divisions in Oromo diaspora? That remains to be seen. Lastly, was Tigray government released a statement an hour ago. The statement is in response to an article written by the New Humanitarian, which is a news source, which wrote an article about Abala town. One of its reporters, whose name is Fred Harter, visited Abala town a few days ago. Then on the 2nd of June, the New Humanitarian published this article. The article states that Abala town of Tigray has been vandalized by Tigrayan forces. Shops, houses have been vandalized. At the same time, the writer confirms that thousands of Tigrayans were detained by government forces from Abala and neighboring areas, and they were taken to detention camps in Samra. The article levels allegations against Tigray forces that they were involved in atrocities, in lootings in Abala. Now, Tigray government has issued a statement. Firstly, it says that this article is a confirmation that thousands of Tigrayans are still at detention camps where they are facing persecution, torture, their lives in danger. International community is not doing enough. Secondly, it denies the involvement of its forces in any wrongdoing, in any lootings, atrocities in Afar. And thirdly, it says that Western Tigray is inaccessible, no aid is reaching there, and Western Tigray and other occupied areas are non-negotiable part of Tigray. So once again, a statement from Tigray, reinforcement rather of its earlier consistent stance that Western Tigray is non-negotiable, that no talks will be held, no compromise will be made, that Humera, Volkai, Sagede are parts of Tigray. Amhara region has similar claims. Deadlock is still there. Talks are reportedly underway in the background. We could see some breakthroughs in coming days. Thank you for watching.